This is the Fredericksburg Neighbors Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Dory Stewart.
Welcome back to another episode of the FXBG Neighbors Podcast, where we share the stories of our favorite local brands. I'm excited to introduce you to my guest today. We've got Debby Girvan joining us. She is with Flair Communication. Debby, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, Dory. I'm glad to be here.
Well, I'm excited to learn more about you and your business. So let's start there. Share with us, what is Flair Communication?
We are a digital marketing agency that helps businesses of any size with big brand marketing. That's kind of our focus. We want to help small businesses feel big.
Amazing, amazing. So let's dive a little bit deeper into that. So share with me, what are some of the services that you help businesses with?
We focus on digital marketing specifically, website design and optimization for search and for AI visibility. And to accelerate the performance of the website, we offer services such as Google Business Optimization, review generation with reputation management, Google Ads, email marketing, blog writing, things like that. So everything we do is designed to drive more traffic to the website, increase businesses' visibility, engagement, lead generation for growth.
Amazing. You are such an important asset to a business, especially, with all of the changing technology and AI and, you know, algorithms change, and it makes a business owner's head spin trying to keep up with things that are changing so fast. So it's wonderful to have a partner like you in your corner who can keep up with that for the business owner.
Yeah, yeah, it is an ever-changing industry for sure, and it's fast, which is
Mhm.
great. I like that pace, but it is challenging at times, even for agencies, to stay ahead of the curve and make sure all of our clients stay competitive and relevant to what's going on with the market. But it's fun. It's exciting. It's interesting to see the new technologies that are coming out and how those can help small business. You look at how things have changed over the past 20 or 30 years, and it's just mind blowing how much progress we've made so far.
Yeah,
So.
absolutely. So tell me a little bit about yourself. I want to learn about your background. How did you get into this?
I started out in radio news, actually, in
Oh,
Washington,
wow.
D.C. Yeah, I thought I
Okay.
wanted to be an investigative reporter. Um, a little disillusioned with the news business. I just didn't like the direction it was going. It was very, I guess, the old version of clickbait. So
Uh-huh.
I just, as a journalism major and all that, I was very old school and didn't really align with where that was headed. So I went into marketing and fell in love with that. I did marketing for a major university for 13 years, traveled for them about 300 days a year. It
Wow.
was an exciting job, went to some interesting places, and had a lot of autonomy and independence in creating this marketing program for them. And so it just was a natural evolution. I was on city council for a term. I ran for mayor, didn't win, but that was actually a blessing in disguise.
Mhm.
I figured it was then or never, and so I decided to go for it. And I already knew the plan B. If I didn't get elected, I was going to start my own business. So it started out with marketing consulting, ended up doing a few marketing plans, and then fell into website design. I'm self-taught and just loved it. It's kind of a combination of design, the creative part of it, which I love, and then the technology part of it, which I also love. So at the university, I developed a database for them and got interested in the technology. So it was kind of a nice marriage of that in the next phase for me professionally.
Mhm.
And didn't look back, just tried to keep up with the industry, what the needs were for businesses, and it just grew from there.
Amazing. So, what are some myths or misconceptions that you hear about the industry or your business?
I think a lot of businesses have the misconception that you build a website and they'll be flooded with leads, that everybody will know that they're there. I, I don't think that was ever the case, but in the old days, I'd say when we started about 15 years ago, it wasn't as competitive. Websites were a little more static. You could build it, launch it, just leave it. Nobody did a lot with them. But these days, it's so competitive that it really requires some kind of marketing or optimization to drive more visibility because otherwise, it's just sitting there, and it's
Yeah.
difficult for their target customers to find them. So that's our job to make sure businesses are visible, that they're generating the right type of leads, not just leads. And
Mhm.
so that's why it requires continuous management and optimization and campaigns that need to evolve and grow with the business's goals.
Mhm.
So
Absolutely. So, it's not just important to have a professional looking website, but it's important to have someone like you helping businesses drive traffic to that website. Otherwise, what's the point of the website if you're not going to drive traffic to it, right?
yes, and I think a lot of businesses think they can manage the website themselves. And I've
Mhm.
learned this just as an entrepreneur. You can't do everything yourself.
Mhm.
There are a lot of things I can do, but I can't grow my own business if I'm spending a lot of time on things that are not, in our area of expertise. And especially with digital marketing and technology, it's with the changes that are happening, it's very difficult to stay ahead of all that. And so a business is they're so busy running their own areas of expertise, it's almost impossible for a business owner to keep up with a website as well. So we do only managed websites. We don't sell website designs because it's so important. In the old days, it was probably more about we transfer the website to the client and then they would change it and it fell
Mhm.
apart and then we cried. but but it's not about that anymore.
Mhm.
I tell my team every day that marketing is not just marketing. I mean, these businesses' livelihoods depend on us and the success of the campaigns, and they're investing and trusting in our abilities to help them meet their revenue goals. And it's a big responsibility.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there a mistake that you see businesses make often who are trying to do it all themselves?
I think they're listening to a lot of the hype out there about do this, do that,
Hmm.
um, instead of really focusing on what is it unique about their business that separates
Hmm.
them from everyone else. If you plug a prompt into AI and think that it's going to spew out all the answers for you, that isn't going to work because it's going to be the same answers that your competitor's going to get too.
Hmm.
So I've felt like this for a long time about marketing in general. Is there needs to be a degree of authenticity. There needs to
Hmm.
be the ability for a business to really showcase who they are,
Hmm.
not just what they do,
Hmm.
and most importantly, what they're going to do for the customer. And that's something that even agencies miss sometimes. They forget that it's not just about promoting and selling. It's about
Hmm.
engaging customer and are they a good fit, for what you're doing. Um, are you representing the heart and soul of what your business is about? Because,
Mm-hmm.
as you promote a lot of local businesses and do an
Mm-hmm.
excellent job of that, and you seem to really dive deep into what these businesses are about and the people behind them. And people buy from people.
Mm-hmm.
Our philosophy is we really want to showcase not just the business, we want to personalize that and
Mm-hmm.
really create that bond with the people they're trying to reach. So
Yeah.
we try to do
Mm-hmm.
that with our agency too. We've been really lucky. Our relationships with clients are very strong. We have a lot of long-term clients. Many of them have been with us for more than 10 years. And that's kind of an eternity in digital marketing
Yeah.
because our industry typically turns over every few months with
Mm-hmm.
clients. I was shocked to see that statistic, but we just like to get to know the people we market. We're not going to ever be a big volume based business. I think I decided a long time ago that what I enjoy most about this job is getting to know the people that are working as hard as we are
Yeah.
to grow a business in a local or beyond and do a good job with that, meet
Yeah.
the needs of who we're trying to serve.
Amazing. Well, congratulations. That really is a huge testament to have clients that have been with you for 10 years in digital marketing. So,
Yeah.
congratulations. You're
Thank you.
clearly taking good care of your customers.
We try to do that every day. And,
Mm-hmm.
we appreciate everything that they offer too. We try to
Mm-hmm.
hire them whenever we can too.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of our work, we not only market a lot of our customers, but we're a customer of theirs as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, we believe in what they do and we want to help support them as much as we can.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So,
I love that. What is something that you wish the listeners knew about Flair Communication?
um, I think probably more than anything, the people that we work with, our team, really cares about the client. And I know you hear that a lot about, businesses say that, but, um, I see it every day. I see it in the work that's put out. I see it in the care and the um, uh, kind of deep dive our members do on they go up and beyond the response rate. I kind of have a philosophy about hiring.
Hmm.
I just hire good people and everything else I can train.
Mm-hmm.
And, when you've got that kind of character, integrity, and work ethic,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I look for when I hire. Um, Everything else just falls into place. Everything else works. And I think clients sense that, they sense whether you really care about them or if they're just a number. And we never want a client to think that they're a number because they're really not. Um, we want them to succeed. We love to see that success.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess our next phase is really to get out more. We've been so busy and we've been growing fast that it's hard to make the time, to actually be face to face. And then of course the pandemic kind of
Mm-hmm.
diverted everything away from that. But I think a lot of businesses are coming full circle again. More in-person meetings. We want to be out more on site with our clients and see what they're doing in their places of business and things like that. So we have some plans coming up and plan to do more of that ourselves so that we can showcase what they're doing um, day in the life kind of an angle.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I love that. It is a challenge. It is a challenge when you're so busy, in the business, you don't have time to get out and be, out in front of your business, but at the same time, you need to do that. So it's a hard to balance those two things.
it is, but even just having a phone call with the client, it's it always reminds me why I'm in this business, why I
Mm,
love what I do, because of course I love web design. I love all the all the pieces that go into marketing, but
Mhm.
it really is the people behind it that make it worthwhile. And
Yeah.
I love to see these businesses grow, and some of them have just taken off to new heights. It's just really impressive to see what they do
Yeah.
to take the leads that we're generating. They have to make them work. I mean, they're the ones.
Mhm.
We can lead everybody to their business, but it's really up to them to sell their services or their products, and most of them do an exceptional job of that. So our job is to make the time for them to be able to focus on that and not on everything that's supposed to lead people to their business.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. So if there are business owners listening right now and they want to work with you or they want to learn more from you, where can they find you?
They can call, they can stop by. We're at 807 William Street. And of course, our website, flaircommunication.com. We have our portfolios on there, we have our team on there, and they can learn everything about what Flair can do for their business.
Amazing. Debbie, thank you so much for joining me on the podcast today. Congratulations on all your success, and thank you for sharing Flair Communication with us.
Thank you, Dory. I really appreciate the time today.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to the Fredericksburg Neighbors Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to fxbgneighborspodcast.com.